What's the difference between a lamb and a sheep? Well, a lamb is a baby sheep. My dictionary widget says young sheep. The distinction is clear. Lambs are cute. Sheep, well, that has a negative connotation. If someone calls you a sheep, that's a bad thing. So we have a problem here. With this week's speedrun character in Crossy Road Castle, Hipster Whale set the bar fairly high. They want you to bop 350 clouds. At first that didn't seem too bad. I played through the Unihorse Rainbow Run and the clouds were there to greet me. It did feel like there were a lot of these clouds in the run. But when the run was complete, I decided to check the progress bar. 15? How were there only 15 clouds bopped? The progress bar didn't even show any progress. With a goal of 350 and approximately 4 minutes per run, that's 90 minutes of bopping clouds. Once players do the math, what's going to happen next? I'll tell you what's likely to happen next. Level 1 is going to be run over and over again. That's because there are 4 clouds on that first level. That cuts down the time requirement significantly. Just bop the 4 clouds and then restart the level. That's a much faster way to unlock the sheep. Since this event has a deadline, players will be looking for shortcuts. However, this method is extremely tedious. To better make use of the time, I started to multitask. In my head, I was thinking of the script for this video. Is this really so bad? Well, I was able to shave off even more time by restarting as soon as the 4th cloud was bopped. You don't have to ride it all the way up. Yet, overall, it was almost 25 minutes from start to finish. That means it took almost half an hour before the sheep was unlocked. This is bad game design. I'll use math to prove it. There are 2.25 million Crossy Road Castle players on the leaderboard. Let's round that up to 3 million to include the console players. It might be higher, it might be lower, but this is just a rough estimate. If every one of those players wanted to unlock the sheep, that's 75 million minutes wasted. That's 142 years, or roughly 2 entire lives. Imagine that, 2 people, every day, not sleeping, not eating, not bathing, just bopping clouds. That seems like a loss for humanity. What could have been done with that extra time? Fortunately, most people don't play the game to completion. Only 68% have completed the tutorial. Only 6% have unlocked any gem character. Wow, now I know why those videos aren't more popular. So, is unlocking the sheep really so bad? Shouldn't there be lofty goals in video games? The problem is that every week of this series has been a bit too tedious. A smaller group of players have been enduring these challenges. Cumulatively, the time wasted seems like a problem. While collecting characters in Crossy Road and Crossy Road Castle has been a fun hobby, it shouldn't feel like work. The gold shouldn't be so inflated to artificially boost playtime. I don't want to feel like some sheep mindlessly grazing on Crossy Road character unlocks. It's a game. It's supposed to be fun. Combine that with some players reporting a saved data glitch, that means a lot of players could be getting unhappy. I've been hearing stories of people unlocking a character, but then the data was not saved. I thought that glitch hit me this week, but my data was saved. Based on what I've read in the Photics TV comments, the players who contacted Hipster Whale regarding this problem seem to have had good luck getting this problem solved. The point is that unlocking these 12 new characters should be entertaining. Instead, it feels more like a grind. Another problem is that the sheep makes quite the annoying sounds. So, how to fix it? Well, you can leave a comment on this video. Post your ideas. Hopefully Hipster Whale will see it and then improve the game. Personally, I think players need more of a choice. What if there were multiple ways to unlock this character? It's good that players have a failsafe. This is a difficult speedrun. So bopping clouds does ensure that almost anyone can unlock the sheep. However, the problem is boredom. I don't want to be forced to play the same levels over and over again. Instead, the sheep could be awarded for simply completing the run. That way, the game is not so needlessly repetitive. Anyway, that's the sheep.